Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim. And today, ready, Tim? We have our first full NFL Sunday slate of the year. It's going to be an exciting day. We have NFL. We do have a full baseball slate as well. Should be a fun day. But as always, we have to go over what happened yesterday.
Do we have to?
Yeah, all our college football plays that we gave out on video yesterday lost, except for the Oregon Ducks plus 14.5 that pulled off the straight up upset. Everything else was a loser. All right, with that being said, we have a lot of football games to go over, and we have a lot of baseball games to go over as well, and it should be a good day. So you ready to get into some NFL?
No, I'm good.
Okay. How about now?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we'll take a look at the chat first here, and then we will then head into the first game of the year. Said, what's up, my favorite guys? Earle Twins, let's get this cash today. Hit the like button. Absolutely, guys. Hit the like button. Finally made it to NFL Sunday. Hell yeah. Let's make that money for real and get the bag. Let's go. Big Bag Sunday from KJTV. Yes, it is. Tiffany Myers, good morning, bro. Super excited about NFL today. Let's get money. Let's do it. And we can kick it on off here with our first game of the day. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo a minus 6.5 point favorite in this one. Plus 230 the other way with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A total of 48 in this game. And where are we looking at for this matchup? Let's take a look at we'll take a look at where I got the money at here. I do have a few plays on this game. I don't know if Tim does or not, but
yeah, I do.
But I will kick it on off here. I love the Steelers today. And when I got them, it looked really good on paper. I'm going to kick it on off here with the team total over 21. I like the over in this game. When I got it, the over had 32% of the tickets, but 52% of the money. So we saw 68% of the tickets on the under, but 52% of the money on the over when I did bet this game. And then on the side, when I did bet this, a lot of public money coming in on the Bills in this game. There was 60% of the tickets on, or 65% of 65% of the tickets on the Bills, but there was 60% of the money on the Bills, showing some sharp money here on Pittsburgh in this game. And I agree with this one here. We saw what Pittsburgh did in the beginning of last year. They were, let's just say, really good. I mean, they started the year off 11-0 last year. Roethlisberger. We have a decent offense. And then, of course, they have a really good defense, but they just signed TJ Watt to a little bit longer of a contract. So for this game here, I am all over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them team total over 21 years, asking them to get 3 touchdowns. I think at plus 105, that's a great price for this game. I think that they'll be able to keep it close here. I also have Pittsburgh plus 6.5, and I got a half a unit play on the plus 230 money line. I feel like Pittsburgh today is going to be the dog of the day. Everybody's in love with the Buffalo Bills. I've heard a bunch of people, it's either Bills or Chiefs to win the Super Bowl from the AFC side. I think this Pittsburgh team is going to surprise some people in week number 1, because we remember from last year is the Bills making it to the AFC Championship game and the Pittsburgh Steelers having a little bit of a collapse, which makes sense because they were riddled with injuries at the end of the season. And Ben Roethlisberger is not the type of quarterback that you're going to be wanting to bet later in the year. I feel like he is definitely a week 1 to 7, 8, 9, 10 type of guy. So he's probably towards the end of the season, he's going to be fade material for me. But for today, we get him fresh. We get him ready to go against a Buffalo team that's primed to be really good as well. This is going to be a big game, and I think it's going to be closer than people think. I see some value in that plus 230, and I like the Pittsburgh Steelers here with their team total plus 6.5 and a half unit on the straight up money line at plus 230 in this one.
on. Sorry, I got one more to type up, and then I've got all my plays in the thing.
All right, let's it says Marcos going with the
Boom.
Jets, Nick going with Pitt, like the jerseys, guys. I'm super excited for today too. Yeah, I mean, we wear jerseys every single video. This is just the one I picked out because usually I will pick out a jersey of a team I do like for that day, if they are playing, or I'll just wear, if it's a free pick video, I'll wear a jersey of a team that's playing in that one. Even if I've done plenty of times where I wore a jersey for a free pick video and picked against that team. So. It happens. Ryan Cape, what's good, man? From the Insiders Room Discord. What's good, fellas? How are you doing today? So, yeah, that's where I'm going to be kicking it off with the NFL for this season. Where are you looking for this game?
All right, now that I got everything typed in. Yeah, I'm on Buffalo. I know you're one that's like, oh, you're all over Pittsburgh. No, Buffalo's going to destroy. And if anything, also I lean towards the over in this one. But I got Buffalo minus 6.5. I just think that Buffalo's going to come out. There's no way that Pittsburgh goes into and keeps it close. Buffalo's got to start off their big season because this is the year. This is their year where they have a really good shot of making the Super Bowl. Yes, I know I'm one of those people, Nick. But honestly, they're probably my favorites, minus Kansas City, to win the AFC. So Buffalo going to come out, have a statement win against Pittsburgh in Week 1, and set their trails from there. I'm going Buffalo minus 6.5. I just think it's a solid spot for today's slate.
All right. As I'm currently typing in my plays here now, some of the lines I am typing. These are the lines that I got them at, so I'll definitely note the ones that the lines do change throughout the week, and I do. Have some of these that I will note that you won't be able to get these lines anymore, but I do like the lines they're still at. So looking at here, don't sleep on the Steelers defense. Absolutely. I think that the Steelers defense, they had some injuries last year, and they're one of those teams that if you're a fantasy player, yeah, I don't mind the Steelers defense as a fantasy team defense. A lot of line movement since the NFL lines came out a week ago, damn near every game. Yeah, exactly. That's why you got to bet early with the NFL. I've beat a couple line movements on a couple of these. You may notice throughout the scroller now. So we'll move on here.
Oh, real quick with Buffalo. I know the ticket spreads don't really mean as much on Sundays because that's more the public money. But 57% of the tickets are on Buffalo, 70% of the money. So it's just saying where all the money is going is towards Buffalo in this one. I think it's both a sharp and a public play.
I have a feeling I know what that money is coming from, and that's probably coming from Parleys, people looking at it. Oh, Buffalo. All right, next. But moving on here, Sam's marquee matchup of the day. The New York Jets are at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers 3.5 point favorites in this game. I'm seeing a 4 on one book. The Jets on the other side here, they're around a plus 165 dog. We'll kick it to the Jets fan here. The total of 45 in this game, by the way, as well. Kick it to the Jets fan. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, I'm passing on this game. This one took a little bit of like a roller coaster ride because I remember when me and Nick were first looking at the NFL slate. Me and Nick, by the way, are in the Circa contest, which is the Vegas contest. We are with Trapp, Higgs, Rickenbach, and Parsons. So we're a part of that. And the Jets were almost our Circa pick for this week. In the very beginning, we're looking at it, line movements, a lot of people on Carolina, a lot of sharps on Jets. And then it flip-flopped for a little while. And now Carolina's got 68% of the tickets and 57% of the money, which would lean us a little bit more towards the Jets. But this one flip-flopped way too much and not really too interested in this one. This one could be a good wipeout game because I did see the numbers for that Circa contest let me see. Hold on, where's that picture? Allie sent me a picture for the Circas. I guess I don't have it anymore. But there was a lot of people on the Panthers this week, and I think you could really have it was on the Twitter thing. Yeah, a lot of the sharps, I guess, were on the Panthers. Not as many people on the Jets this week. So it could be a good wipeout game because I know a lot of survivor pools have the Panthers as week 1. So good wipeout game. Jets could easily win this game. I'm just interested to see what Zach Wilson can do on his first NFL start.
Yeah, it should be an interesting game for this one here. And yeah, I've bounced back and forth on this game, which ultimately led me to not betting this game at all. It's definitely a lean. It's probably a dog or pass spot for me here. I still don't think Carolina is going to be a good enough team to where I'm going to be wanting to lay points on them. So if I had to go with something in this game, it is probably the New York Jets. I don't hate the plus 165. I think they are a live dog in this game. So yeah, I mean, and then we're seeing that money come in on the Panthers here. I think the best bet out of this whole entire game would be an over in this game because we know that this Jets defense is not going to be very good. Probably even take a look more towards the Carolina Panthers team total 24 because I don't trust this defense for the Jets. So as you can see, I'm very bouncing back and forth on this game. So this is an easy pass for me. I think there's much better games on the board. So for me here, this is a pass on this game.
And I will mention one more thing before we move on. If any week to have the Jets defense in fantasy, I think this is the week. I know it sounds crazy, but look who the Jets are going up against. They're going up against Sam Darnold, who they know their tendencies. Sam Darnold is not careful with the football. So honestly, I could see the Jets taking one back to the Jets defense taking one to the house today. So if you're looking for a defense for fantasy or DraftKings, Jets defense could be a valuable option considering I think you could see 1 or 2 interceptions and one of them being brought back to the house today.
Or if you're playing DFS on the other side of this, stack Sam Darnold with Christian McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson.
In the Jets defense.
No. Yeah, but we'll move on here to the my bad. When I said the marquee matchup last game, I lied. It's this one here. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at the Houston Texans in this one. Jacksonville up to a minus 3.5 now in this game. Plus 145, plus 155 now the other way. With the Texans, a total of 45.5 in this game. And looking at this game, I thought I was going to be on a side for a decent amount of the offseason for this game, and I end up just not pulling the trigger on this one. Currently, 51% of the tickets and 59% of the money is on Jacksonville in this game. 59% of the tickets are on the under, 82% of the money is on the under in this game. So looking at this game, it would be a lean towards Jacksonville in the under now, but at 3.5, there's no chance I am betting this Jacksonville Jaguars team. I was actually leaning towards Houston a little bit throughout the offseason because, I mean, even with Tyrod Taylor, he's one of those guys. I feel like Tyrod Taylor gives me Teddy Bridgewater vibes, where he's not a flashy quarterback by any stretch of the imagination. He will be a game manager that will be able to cover spreads. Ryan Fitzpatrick, maybe. But yeah, looking at this game, it's going to be dog or pass in this spot for me. I think Houston is 100% a live dog. I know Trevor Lawrence is going to be making a start there, but Jacksonville did suffer a huge injury with Travis Etienne being out for the year. That was going to be the Clemson quarterback running back duo. But looking at this game, it's dog or pass for me, honestly, in this spot. And this is a simple pass here. I'll be leaning towards that Texans money line at plus 155. Looks very nice. I think they're a live dog in this game. I didn't get involved in this one, though.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Morning. Hi, Grandma. Texans play hard. You'll be on the Texas money line? Dude, I was really tempted to betting it. And another thing I would be looking at, I could look at all the numbers. And another thing I'll be looking at is the circas and the percent of people on one side compared to another. Looking at the tickets for this one, I thought I was going to be on Houston the entire time. 51% of the tickets, 58% of the money is on Jacksonville. So at this point, it would be a lean towards Jacksonville. I still don't mind that Houston money line though. I think that's a solid option. And then for a total, it's got to look at the under. I don't think these two these two teams are going to put up many points. Sunshine is not going to do much. It's his first start. And honestly, this could be his first regular season loss in his career today. That's crazy. That's mind-boggling to think of. Through high school and college, he never had a regular season loss. Put that one in your head. But if anything, it's a lean towards the Texans. But looking at the circus real quick, 774 people. Keep in mind, circuit contest has roughly a little bit over 3,100,
3,800 players.
Yeah, 3,800 players. 774 are on the Texans. 273 are on the Jaguars for this game, and that's called sharp action. Because I like to look at it and be like, okay, where's all these sharp money at? Because these are the people who put into the $1,000 contest. Texans are one of the teams that people are really sharp on. So along with the Panthers, 1,100 people are on the Panthers in that circuit contest. So lean towards Houston. Ultimately, I didn't bet it.
Fair enough. We can move on.
Hi,
Mom. We can move on to the next game then. This one should be a fun one as well. The Arizona Cardinals here are at the Tennessee Titans in this game. We're seeing the Cardinals around a -3 or +3, -3 for the Titans. A total or a +130 for the Cardinals. Total of 54 in this game. And looking at this matchup here, we're getting, I feel like, one of the heaviest public teams from the offseason, because everybody's like they were in love with Tennessee or with Buffalo. A lot of people are in love with Tennessee. They're at home in this game against the Arizona Cardinals, and I think that the Cardinals are going to take some huge strides forward this year. I believe that +500 for them to win the NFC West. I think there's a little bit of value on that one there. I know it's a very tough division, and I like Kyler Murray. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. He's a nice dual threat. You got some decent weapons now that you have. They had DeAndre Hopkins last year, and not to mention they got J.J. Watt in the offseason, which is going to help their defense as well. So I think
especially against Derrick Henry
this week. Match up those two guys together. That should be fun. But yeah, looking at this game, I would be a lean. Once again, this is a live dog spot. This is a dog or pass spot again. And I'm just not getting to these plays because I'm trying to tread halfway lightly here on week one. I do have some plays later in the slate. I'm more of a fan of the later games than I am the earlier games. But I do like the Cardinals in the spot. I would lean towards them on the money line, +130, +135. I think that this is a nice little spot for them to potentially pull off an upset. +3, I don't hate that either. So it's a dog or pass spot for me here at the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. Yes. Looking at this one, sorry. I'm on Arizona. I grabbed them +3 today. I think it's just a solid spot for them. Looking at the tickets, when I bet this, it was a lot more in my favor. But 51% of the tickets, 56% of the money are in Tennessee now. But the line has moved very, very little. And that's just saying that a lot more money is on Arizona right now. But I really like Kyler Murray. I'm a little bit high on him. I'm probably too high on him, but I think this Arizona team's going to be good this year. And I think this is a letdown spot. I think that week one is going to be your biggest dog week of the year because we don't know where most of these teams are going to be at. And I think it just will be an interest. Obviously, tread lightly in week one. I think that's pretty self-explanatory just because you don't know what these teams are going to come out and do. Besides the Kansas City Chiefs, we know they're going to come out and run all over everybody. But going after it, I like Arizona in this matchup. I think you get a solid one. In the circuit contest, it's a little bit more towards the Titans side, but once again, a lot of public money is on the Titans side. I'm not worried about it. I do like Arizona in this matchup.
Fair enough. We'll move on to the next matchup here.
Hold on, somebody. Do these free picks ever win? I don't know. The ones under Tim, it says that I'm up like 50 units in baseball this year. But I guess I never win. That's fine. You're good. You're typing typing that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm typing in my baseball plays. I forgot to type those in.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on over to this next game then.
Yeah, we have this one's going to be a fun one here. I think this is going to be a very underrated game. The LA Chargers are at the Washington football team in this one. It was a pick 'em through most of the week. Now up to a -1.5, -2 for Washington, -125 on the money line, +105 the other way with the Chargers. Total of 45 in this game. Where are you looking at for this one?
I actually forgot to type it in. So if you could type in this one for me, Nick. I like the over in this game. This seems like a good spot for it. I know a lot of people are coming into this one and be like, oh, Washington's defense is going to be a really good defense. But if you look at it, 45 is a little bit low for this game. And one of the big factors in this one is looking at the numbers. 56% of the tickets are on the under. Okay, that's fine. But 79% of the money's on the over. That's telling us a lot of sharp money is on this over today. I think we see a lot of points. I think we see a decent amount of points from these two teams. I think it goes way over the total. You're getting Herbert on one side, Fitzpatrick on the other side, and I think these offenses can put some work in and get some points up on the board. 45 points, that's what, around 22, 23 points each. You're saying that these two teams don't score 3 touchdowns and a field goal each? Well, I think we get a high-scoring game from this one. I'm going over. And then looking at the circuit picks real quick, because I like to give these out as well, because these are fun. And I'm not giving out ours because I'm pretty sure all the other 4 guys and me and Nick have our best bets on our circuit pick. So putting that aside. But Washington is the most heavy bet circuit play this week.
Washington is?
Washington has 1,400 people on them this week to the 369 for the Chargers. Keep in mind, it's a 1-point spread on Circa. It's not a 2-point spread, but
doesn't make a difference.
1,400 people, and that's number one by the next highest is that Carolina at 1,175. So Washington, this one could be a huge wipeout spot. I would grab the Chargers in this game if I had to pick a side. I like the over in this one though.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with this one here. I do like the over in this game. I did bet the over in this game. And it's more, I understand this Washington defense is going to be very strong. But we still have Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think 45 is a little bit low. I think that it's a low number that's trying to get us because they know everybody's going to want to bet the under. They saw what the Washington defense did last year. And honestly, I think all we need is really 26-20. This is a spot where I think we're going to see some points in this game. And if you guys are interested in futures for this one, I personally don't bet futures yet just because I don't have the separate bankroll to be able to bet futures yet. But if I did, I know one small little future I would have would be for the quarterback here of the LA Chargers, Justin Herbert's 20-1 to win the MVP. I think he is a dark horse to win the MVP this year. We've seen a lot of second-year quarterbacks go on to win MVPs. So, yes, I would be leaning towards the Chargers in this spot. I am a little bit high on the Chargers. I really like Justin Herbert. I love that they got rid of their worst aspect last year in their head coach. So, yeah, this is a spot where the Chargers, I expect better things from them this year. Everybody likes the Broncos a little bit more in that division than they do the Chargers. So, but I like the Chargers in this division. I think they're a playoff team this year. I think that Justin Herbert's a potential MVP candidate this year. So, yes, I'll be leaning towards the Chargers in this one, but my money is on the over 44.5 in this game.
Yeah. I just want to go to the comments real quick because Wilhelmina is commenting on Alex's comment saying, do we ever win? Wilhelmina coming and say, I can personally say, hell yeah, they win. Before I started following them, I was not making money. Now watching and following them, I make money every day and gaining so much knowledge, trust. We appreciate it, Wilhelmina. We appreciate it. But we'll go ahead and move on. We got a bunch more NFL to go over, and then we got a full MLB slate. So nice long show today.
Oh yeah. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles are at the Atlanta Falcons in this one. 3.5 point spread in this one. The Falcons are a 3.5 point favorite, plus 150 the other way with the Eagles. A total of 48.5 in this game. And looking at this one here, this is going to be a bad Eagles team this year. I have no faith that this Eagles team will do absolutely anything this season. And looking at this game, I did not get involved in this one personally. And it's because of one thing and one thing only. I hate that 3.5. I've been waiting all week, hoping that will hit 3. And it didn't. It hasn't yet. And I think that this is going to be a closer game than people think, because I don't really have much faith in the Falcons either this season. The Falcons are one of my 3 teams that, for my video last night that I did for Say No to Parlay, I have the Falcons money line, because I still think they win this game. And Atlanta team, I don't expect too much from this one, but I expect absolutely nothing from this Philly team this year. Jalen Hurts starting at quarterback. He's not someone I'm going to trust to win me 7 games. So looking at this game here, it would be a Falcons pass spot for me. Once again, I did not get involved in this game. I only have plays on 6 games today. 6 of the 15 or 6 of the 14 we're going over. We're not going over our best bet, the Circa pick. I would have 7 games that I'm betting out of the 15 today. So this is a tread lightly week a little bit for me here. Even though 7 out of 15 sounds like a lot, whatever the numbers are. But yeah, looking at this game, it's Falcons or pass for me here, and I'm just going to stay off this game completely here. I've seen some money coming in on. I saw money coming in on Philly last night a little bit. Now it's 53% of the tickets, 52% of the money on Philly, 69% of the money are tickets on the over, 79% of the money on the over in this game. So overall, it's a pass for me in this game. I think this is a very ugly game. If I could have gotten a 3 on Atlanta, which if I wanted to buy down on my book, it would go from a -105 at the 3.5 to a -130 at 3. So no thank you on that one. I'm not paying 25 cents for half a point in there, even though it's a key number. So that's an easy pass for me here.
Yeah, I didn't bet it. But looking at this one, it would be 100% Atlanta or pass in this game. I don't care what the numbers say. Philly is not going to be a good team. I guess I might be a little bit higher on Atlanta than most people. I know Higgs is high on Atlanta as well. I think this team has a shot to win the division this year. I know it's crazy to say, but with new coaching staff, this team definitely has a shot. Atlanta, 3.5 point favorites. I'm totally okay with that. And one of the bets I really was looking at and didn't end up getting to, but I don't mind it, is that over. I think Atlanta can throw up 30 points by themselves today. I think Philly can support a little bit of the workload, and I think this one goes over. But personally, I didn't bet this game. I bet 8 games today for the NFL, so I passed on this one, but I'll have plays on the next couple.
Sounds good. Then we'll move on to the next couple then. We have next the Seattle Seahawks are at the Indianapolis Colts in this game, with the Seahawks being a 3-point favorite in this one, plus 135 run back on the Colts, a total of 49 in this game. And the big question mark coming into this one is Carson Wentz. He is going to be playing. He is available. He is good to play this game. But the question is, how healthy is he? Because if we're going to get a good Carson Wentz, I think that +3 or for the Colts. And once again, I feel like I'm repeating myself here. This is another live dog. I think the Colts are 100% a live dog in this game at +135. I think that this is going to be a closer game than people expect. And I'm expecting a little bit of a step back this year from the Seattle Seahawks. I would prefer Arizona or San Francisco for that division over Seattle, because Russell Wilson, I have a feeling if he doesn't get anything done this year, he's going to want to pack his bags and move from Seattle, because he's still young enough to be able to do that. And I think that he still wants to go out and try to win another ring. And honestly, the Seahawks aren't really addressing much for him. So for me, this is once again another dog or pass spot that I did not find myself getting on. Now watch, I'm going to go back at the end of the day, and the Texans are going to win. The Jets are going to win. the Cardinals are going to win, the Colts are going to win. And I'm going to be looking at them like all these dogger pass spots that I passed on. I could have cashed a nice plus money, but it is what it is. I think the Colts are a live dog in this game, but I just did not get involved in this one.
I did. I grabbed Indy. I think they're a live dog. As you said, I think they're a live dog. Seattle, I really don't know what we're going to get from them this year. Looking at the tickets, when I bet this game, it was a lot better in Indy's favor. Right now, it's 66% of the tickets, 65% of the money's on Seattle. When I bet this, it was pretty close to around 66% of the tickets were in on Seattle, but it was like 50% of the money, or even a little bit more of the money was on Indianapolis. So when I bet this, it was a better line. But I'm on Indy for this one. I think we get enough from Carson Wentz. I think this Colts team could be very dangerous this year. And honestly, I think we can possibly get a division win out of them. So Indianapolis in this game, +3. Looking at the circuit picks for this one, more of them are on Seahawks than the Indianapolis Colts. 776 are on Seahawks, 552 are on the Colts. But I like the Colts in this game.
Yeah, also, one thing I did want to mention with this game is when these lines did open, the Colts were a -2.5. Now, this moved all the way to a -3 for Seattle, only because there were big question marks for Carson Wentz. If we're getting a good Carson Wentz in this game, the Colts deserve to be the favorite. So, I mean, that makes a huge difference if Carson Wentz is good and ready to go. So, yeah, I mean, this is a dogger pass spot for me. I didn't end up getting involved in this one. Next week I will have many more plays probably than what I have today. So overall, yeah, I'm going to stay off this game.
Yeah, I'm just checking the status.
He's available.
Okay, I'm just looking. Yeah, there's nothing saying that he's out. So, yeah, that sounds good. We'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah, we'll look over at the comment section here. I've been watching the show almost every day since it started in the summer. I rock and follow the Twins. They haven't gotten every pick right, but no one does exactly. But I made more than I lost tailing them. Appreciate it. And they are very sharp in their picks. Yep. What about the O-line problems with the Colts? I thought the Colts had a pretty decent O-line. They had one of the better O-lines in football last year, so I feel like that shouldn't be as much of a concern as Carson Wentz is.
Yeah, we're not really hung up on individual injuries and stuff, so it's all about that line movement.
Yep. We'll move on to the next game, though. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Cincinnati Bengals. This game will be part of our best bet, our circa play. So we're going to be passing over this game here. And moving on to the next one here, where we have the San Francisco 49ers are at the Detroit Lions in this game, a -9 for these 49ers, a +320 run back here on the Lions. And looking at this game, a total of 45. Where are you looking at for this one? 46 now, my bad.
Yeah, I will say I got the Niners at 7.5. I still don't mind them at 9. I think this game's gonna be an absolute blowout. Keep in mind, once again, going back to the circuit picks, 49ers were the third most popular choice behind Washington and Carolina. And I think that one has the best shot at cashing out of the top 3 between them, Panthers, and Washington. I think 49ers should take care of business today. This team is just far leaps and bounds over Detroit. And if this game remains close, then San Francisco is going to be very scary for them. If Detroit covers, I would be very scared if I was the 49ers. Because Detroit's not supposed to be a good team this year at all. You get pack the stats, Stafford, and that's it.
No, it's Jared Goff.
Sorry, wow, yeah. You know what? I was still
so used to Detroit having Stafford.
Yeah, no. I still think Stafford is better than Goff.
Oh, for sure. There's a reason why.
So they downgraded there. My bad. I don't know why. You know what? I was looking at Detroit, and I was also looking at the later game with LA. So I got them. Never mind. But I still think Goff is a downgrade from Stafford. And then if you look at the rest of the team, you got nothing. San Francisco should be able to take advantage and win this game. I'll grab them -9. I'll grab them all the way up to -13.5 if I have to. Give me San Francisco in this game.
Yeah. And by the way, looking at the injuries for the Colts here, the only players they're going to be missing is Xavier Rhodes on defense. They're not going to have one of their offseason acquisitions in Eric Fisher. He's out, and Kimodo Toure is going to be out as well, the defensive end. Quentin Nelson, one of their best linemen, is going to be questionable. He had full participation in practice on Friday, so I expect him to be in for this game. Took the Niners first half.
Yeah.
Well, looking at this game here, for me, we saw the Niners move from 7.5 to they were an 8, and then bam, they were a 9 right away. And once again, this is plain and simple. I've said this multiple times before. That's a simple protection for teasers. For those 6-point teasers, now if you want to tease the San Francisco 49ers, they go from a 9 to a 3. Instead of 8.5, 8 to 2.5, 2. Or 7.5 at 1.5. So that's why you will see. That doesn't mean there's a lot of money coming in on the Niners. It just means they're part of a lot of teasers, and they don't want people teasing the Niners and getting a sub-3 number on them. Plain and simple with that one. But looking at this game here, I want to back the Niners. They are a much better team. They were riddled with injuries last year, and that's why they really struggled. And it's not going to be Trey Lance starting week 1. It's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo, which I think is fine. Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback. The only problem is he had injury concerns. That's why having Trey Lance is going to be a good thing for them this season. And their defense is going to be really good. I know they lost Robert Saleh, their defensive coordinator in the offseason. He went to the Jets to be a head coach. Good for him. But I still think this Niner defense is going to be damn good. And that's why I wanted to back the Niners in this game. And when I did, there was 63% of the money on the tickets on the Niners, 69% of the money on the Niners. And there was 77% of the tickets on the under and 92% of the money on the under. So the one place I did go with this game is I went with the Detroit Lions team total under 18.5 at -110. That is now down to an 18 on my book. I think you can probably get some 18s on other books. But I think that this, it's not really much of a key number. 18 is not really that much. That really, as long as you have it 17.5 or lower, I think you'll be fine. I see this as one of those games where it should be 23-10 or 24-13, something along those lines where it's going to be Niners are going to cover the spread, and the Detroit Lions are going to struggle to get anything done on offense. There's a reason why Jared Goff, the Rams paid a premium to get him out of LA, and that's because he's not that great of a quarterback. And Matthew Stafford is a massive upgrade for the Rams there, part of that trade. And I think the Detroit Lions, buckle up, Lions fans. It's going to be a long season for you guys. So I like the Detroit Lions team total under 18.5 or 18 on some books in this game. I think that they're going to struggle to put up any points in this game.
No, I'm on that as well. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Somebody asking about the Pats. We've got the Cleveland game next, and then the Miami-New England game right after that. So we'll go over that in just a minute. Of course, dude.
All right, we'll move on here. This is going to be a really fun one here. We have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Cleveland Browns in this one. -5.5 for the Chiefs, +195 for the Browns in this matchup here. Total of 54.5 in this game. Now, looking at this matchup here, I really do like the Cleveland Browns this season as a season overall. I think that they should be able to win the North Division this season. It's going to be very competitive with the Steelers and the Ravens. But this is a Cleveland team that's going to be competitive this year. The only problem is they were fed to the Wolves here in week number 1. You're expecting big things out of the season, and then you get the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead on week number 1. This is a spot where I have the Kansas City Chiefs part of my Say No to Parleys parlay, and that's just about it. I do not think that the Cleveland Browns are going to come in and win this game. I think that they may cover that 5.5 point spread at best, But at this point, I mean, it would probably be Chiefs or nothing in this game for me. I think that this line should be an 8.5, a 10 type of line, rather than a 5.5. So this would be a Chiefs or nothing play for me here. The only play I have for this one is the Kansas City money line for my say no to parlays parlay.
I'm a little bit higher on the Browns. I gotta say. And we've seen some reverse line movement. Cleveland started off at what, a 6.5 point dog, and now they're down to a 5.5. You can get 5s on some book, and even with 68% of the money on Kansas City, this line is still moving down. It's just really weird. I don't understand it. I would be on Cleveland today. I will say the only tag to this game that I'll have is Higgs had a contest on winning free picks. It was 5 football games so far. It was on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I've gotten the first 3 days right, so I'm 3-0 to start off. I have the Browns today, +6 on his contest, and then I have the Ravens on Monday night. So if I can win both of those, I can win a signed butt jersey. But I would be on Cleveland for this one, maybe even on Cleveland money line. As crazy as it sounds, this one could be a doggy spot. We don't know what we're going to get out of Kansas City. I know we're thinking they're going to be another dominant offense. I think this one remains close, and I think that even Cleveland can come out of Kansas City with a win this weekend. I passed on this game. I have it in Higgs contest. I'd be leaning towards Cleveland this one, even on the money line +200.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I feel like Cleveland is one of these trendy underdogs, and I know I've come out and I've said that the Colts and the Cardinals and the Texans and the Jets and the Steelers are all live underdogs in these games. I don't think the same for the Browns in this one. I know they're supposed to be a very good team. Don't get me wrong. I still like them to win the North. I probably still like their season win total over. But to win week 1 when Andy Reid has had all offseason to plan for you, I don't think this is the spot for the Cleveland Browns, as much as I do love the Cleveland Browns this season. And I know I will be backing them in many other weeks.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and move on. I know somebody mentioned...
any thoughts on the Pats?
Real quick, can you say no to Parleys parlay merch? If that's not trademark, maybe.
I mean, maybe. Why not?
I guess, you give out a lot of good info, and it's gambling. You can't expect to be perfect.
Exactly.
If somebody was perfect on this, then they probably have a time machine somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're predicting the future.
I know, right? But yeah, we'll be looking at this next matchup here. The Miami Dolphins are at the New England Patriots in this game. Patriots are a 3-point favorite. And you can get a run back of +160 for these Miami Dolphins, a total of 43 in this game. For this one, we are getting the regular season debut of Mac Jones, and it's a battle of Crimson Tide here. We have Mac Jones and Tua Tagovailoa, which should be a very fun matchup to watch in this game. And for starters, I'm on the Patriots in this one. I got them earlier in the week. I bet them on the 8th, so I bet them 4 days ago, and I got -2.5 at -125. They have now gone up to a 3.5 point favorite on our book and a -180. So this is definitely a Patriots team that I really like this season. I've said this numerous times, and I feel Miami's going to take a step back this season. They were one of those teams where they won a lot of close games last year, a lot of things like that. And don't get me wrong, I think Miami will win some games this year, but I'm not expecting Tua to be that great of a quarterback in the NFL. And looking at this game, when I did bet it, 52% of the tickets were on New England, 93% of the money were on New England. I really like the Patriots in this spot, though. If I'm a futures betting guy, I would probably have a ticket for the New England Patriots to hit their season win total over, and I would have a sprinkle on them to win the division. I know this is the Bills division, but if we look at it, New England Patriots, no, not the Jets, stop it. The New England Patriots last year led the league in COVID opt-outs. So they're getting a lot of pieces back that they didn't have last year. They had a very, very bad Cam Newton behind center, which I think Mac Jones will be infinitely better than. And they still went 7-9 last season. with Bill Belichick. And then Bill Belichick went and saw his boyfriend Tom Brady win a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, and he's going to be fired up to prove that New England and the Patriots can win without Tom Brady. So I think that we should expect some big things from the Patriots this season. I do have the Patriots minus 125, minus 2.5 in this game. It is now 3.5. I mean, they're my third leg on do not to say no to Parleys parlay team here. Don't mind if you can get a 3 on New England. I would take that one. 3.5 though, I don't know. So if you can get a 3 on New England, take the 3 for this game.
Yeah, no, I'm on New England as well. I think you can see a good start out of Mac Jones. Keep in mind, we are in New England. And yeah, this New England team is going to be dangerous this year. They'll be a really good second-place team to the Buffalo Bills.
Fair enough.
I mean, to the New York Jets. I know. I will say there was one comment I want to highlight real quick. Jets are an underrated team this year because of the team's history. We'll see what we can do. We'll see. But no, I do like New England in this matchup. As a Jets fan, I hate the New England Patriots. So, and I'm still betting them. I still think it's a solid spot for him. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. Mac Jones is going to be a solid quarterback. I think Mac Jones has the quarterbacking advantage over Tua Tagovailoa. And I'm going New England in this matchup. I think it's a solid spot.
Yeah, also, I think that one thing with Mac Jones is he's going to be a good game manager.
Yep.
He's going to be, I want to say, potential light version, a very, very, very light version of Tom Brady. I mean, that he's going to be one of those guys where he's not going to make a mistake. He's going to have the other team make the mistake. But I think that this is going to be a good team. They're going to pound the ball with Sony Michel and James White. They don't really have the wide receiving depth that we would like for this New England team. But I think that this is definitely a New England team that's going to be able to run the ball effectively and play some really good defense. So I do like the Patriots in this spot.
And I will mention one more thing before we move on. Minus the Thursday night game, because that one had a low sample pool. This Dolphins-Patriots game is the closest, in the circuit contest. 698 people are on Dolphins, 664 on the Patriots. So this one's a very close one. There's going to be a bunch of losers from this one. Yeah, we like the Patriots for this one.
Yep.
We'll keep on moving. Yeah, I like that. Definitely a sleeper. I mean, they could easily be a third-place team. What's up, guys? Let's watch some football let's watch some football and win all these bets. Sweep the board. Yep. Fernando, we'll get to you after the stream. Mike, Michelle is a Ram. Yeah.
No, he's a Patriot. Come on.
Yeah, he's a Patriot, not a Ram. Come on, dude.
Oh wait, no, he did get traded. Oh my God, he did get traded.
Suppness. So. Did he actually?
I think so.
Okay.
I totally mistaken that one. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah. But we'll move on here to the next game here. And it's my team now. The Denver Broncos are in MetLife to take on the New York Giants in this one. 3-point favorites are the Denver Broncos, around plus 125 run back on these New York Giants. A total of 41 in this game. And it should be an interesting game here. Now, I believe this game opened at a pick'em, and now the Giants are 3-point dogs. I think, once again, the Giants are a live dog in this game. I see a lot of public love for this Denver Broncos team and Teddy Bridgewater. So, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is one of those guys where he will cover spreads. That's the thing. And he's one of those game managers like what we were expecting out of Mac Jones in this one, where he's not going to make that many mistakes. He's going to keep your team in the game, and he's going to help you win games. That's eventually what kept me off the New York Giants in this spot. I think at home, the Giants' defense is going to be very good this year. I think that they made some definite improvements. The only question mark that I need to see before I back the Giants this season is, what is Daniel Jones going to look like?
Barkley.
And I know. What is Daniel Jones going to is he going to make improvements over the offseason? I know what I was saying here. And yeah, what is Saquon Barkley going to look like? And what is that O-line going to look like? And until I see anything out of the Giants here. I'm just going to stay off their games. I think once again they're a live dog in this spot. If you want to run round robins with some dogs today, I mean Steelers, Jets, Texans, Cardinals, Colts, and the Giants, along with the next game as well. But yeah, I think that this is a spot where it's another dog or pass spot in this one. I'm not going to be betting this game, and I'm just going to stay off, and I'm going to see how these teams look.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this game either. These are two teams that we don't know really what we're going to get out of them. They could either be decent and have a shot at the division, or they could both be cellar dwellers in their division, for all we know. This one's a pass for me. I agree with Lex saying that Denver over could be an option. I don't mind it. Looking at the lines, it doesn't say that. Looking at the tickets and stuff, 73% of the tickets, 85% of the money is on the under, which is just not enough value for me right now to go after the under. But if in this one, it's a pass for me. Maybe a lean towards the over, maybe a lean towards the Giants at plus money, but I'm not too interested in that.
Fair enough. We'll move on here, and yes, we will use this as a nice little segue here. Saints are a live dog, and are they ever? Green Bay Packers are at the New Orleans Saints in this one. 3.5-point favorites for the Packers. Plus 160, plus 165 for the Saints in this one. Total of 49.5. And this was one of my first plays that I really liked this week. And I beat a line movement on this one here. Looking at this game, I love the Saints in this one. Yes, I understand that this game is going to be played in Jacksonville. But actually, the Saints strategically picked Jacksonville to have their home game in for this one. I think I saw something where it'd be the most expensive plane ticket from Green Bay. So Packers fans are less likely to travel to Jacksonville here. So a nice little strategy there by the Saints in that one. And one thing I can say that probably I'm in the minority with is in Jameis Winston we trust. I think that he's going to be I think he needs to be in the right system, which I think the New Orleans Saints is the right place for him to be.
Yeah.
He's got a reliable back with Alvin Kamara. Yes, I'm aware that Michael Thomas is out for the first few weeks, but I really like Jameis Winston in this one. I would also look potentially towards that team total over for Jameis Winston as well, or for the Saints at 23 points. I think that he's going to be slinging the ball around. Yes, he's one of those guys where if he plays the entire season, he will get you 30 touchdowns. He also will give you 30 interceptions. He's one of those guys where if he can just lower the interceptions, geez, this guy would be a Pro Bowler. Jameis Winston could be, if he can cut his interceptions in half, he'd be an MVP candidate. He's that type of quarterback. There's a reason that the Buccaneers drafted him number 1 overall that season. This guy was an absolute stud at FSU. And I think he still has potential in the NFL. And I think the Saints are a great place for him to be. I like the Saints here. I got him early. I bet him on the 8th. And I got, once again, another day where I bet the game on the 8th. And I beat a line movement on it, plain and simple. I got plus 4.5, and I got plus 180 at half a unit there on the money line for the New Orleans Saints here. I think they come in and they take care of business against a Green Bay Packers team where, yes, I think the Green Bay Packers are definitely live to win their division, but I don't expect the same type of season that we saw from Aaron Rodgers last year when everything went perfect and they still couldn't make the Super Bowl. And this is a spot where I don't expect Aaron Rodgers to be the same type of quarterback that he was last year. Plus, he had all that offseason drama. I'm not trying to back a team like that. And you're just giving this a good Saints team 3.5 points on the road. I think the Saints have a chance to compete with the Buccaneers to win that division because you will have some easy games against the Panthers and to bolster your record as well. And I think that this is the Saints are at least a top 2 team in that division. The Falcons aren't going to be very good either. So yeah, I'm on the Saints here. In this spot.
Yeah, no, I'm all over it. I'm 100% all over it. When we were betting this, that was the case where a lot of the money was coming in. 73% of the tickets, 55% of the money is on Green Bay, and the line has moved in New Orleans' favor, which is telling me a lot more money is on New Orleans than we think. And this is a 100% New Orleans spot. We got him I got him plus 3.5. I know I didn't get him at a good line. I don't bet my stuff as early as I should. But yeah, I'm all over New Orleans. I think it's a solid spot for him. Keep in mind, it is semi a road game for both teams. So I just think New Orleans has a good shot to get it done in a neutral site. So New Orleans plus the points. Keep in mind, this one could be a wipeout game because over 1,000 people. This is one of the 5 teams that over 1,000 people in the circuit contest are on. And I think out of the 5 teams that you see over 1,000 people on in that circuit contest, Panthers, Washington, San Fran, Green Bay, and the Raiders, I think 4 out of the 5 of them lose. So if this is a big wipeout spot where if we fade them, I think it's a really good spot. So I like the Saints in this matchup plus 4 or plus 3.5, whatever you get them at. I think the Saints is definitely a solid spot in this game.
Love it. Yeah, Saints. I will say are my dog of the day.
Yeah,
100%. Saints and Steelers. But
that Winston comment is cringy.
I don't care. I stand behind it. You can clip it.
Any thoughts on the total in this game? It'd be a lean towards the under, but nothing that we're really interested in.
Yeah.
I'm a Saints fan. Hashtag, get it. We like it for the spot. But we got one more game, Sunday Night Football.
Yes, we have the LA Rams hosting the Chicago Bears in this one. -9 for the Rams, plus 310 run back on the Bears. Total 46.5 in this game. Now looking at this one here, where are you looking at for this game, Tim?
Over. It's over or nothing for me. Looking at the tickets, and that's one of the big reasons. 62% of the tickets are on the under. 73% of the money is on the over. That is a big discrepancy, and that is telling me a lot of sharp money is on the over for Sunday Night Football, and I believe it. 46.5 is a really key number. 27-20, and you got an over, and I think we get that. So over in this game, I think it's a really solid spot, and that's going to be the last play for the Sunday slate for me.
Yeah, I'm on the same exact thing in this game. I do like the over in this game. The only thing that's really concerning me on that play would be that Andy Dalton's going to be behind center for the Bears. But I still think that they will be able to get some points. Plus, the Rams are going to be a very solid offense in this one. Matthew Stafford is finally going to have some weapons with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. And I'm trying to remember their tight end's name. But the only Higbee. And I mean, I'm very excited to see what Patrick Stafford does for this Rams team that's actually going to be playing competitive games this season. So yeah, I do like the over in this game. 46.5. I think we can easily see a 27-20 type of game here in this one on Sunday Night Football. I do like the over 46.5 in this game.
Yeah, that's the complete football slate. We do have a baseball slate to go over, so if you guys are still interested, you guys can hang around. And then we'll do a full recap at the end of the stream, so we'll go over everything there. But let's go ahead and switch gears. I know everybody's excited about football, but we still have a baseball slate. And if I could say anything, during football season, the lines for baseball will be a lot more soft. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get into it. I do have 5 plays in baseball today, so we'll go ahead and jump into it and start with this game, Nick.
Yeah, we're gonna be kicking it off here. The Tampa Bay Rays are at the Detroit Tigers in this one. Now I gotta get off of football mode and get back into baseball mode here. The Rays are -145 in this game, plus 135 run back on the Tigers. Total of 9 in this game. Where did you want to kick off this one?
We're going to start off this one with a over. I got the over 9. It's a spot where I did a free pick video on this game last night. These two teams have been trending over lately. 5-4-1, 6-3-1 for the two teams. And we're getting a pitching matchup that's not necessarily scary for me to not want to go after. I think Patino is not as solid of a pitcher as people think, and Tariq Skubal can definitely get hit. Both these offenses have been hitting as of late, and this Detroit team tends to hit well at home. Even though they're 36-36 at home. Actually, they're a lot better at home. But I do think we're going to get a solid offensive performance in this game. Keep in mind, this one starts in less than an hour. So if you guys want to get your bets in, you have to do that before then. I like the over 9 in this game between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, looking at this matchup here, Luis Patino is 4-3 with a 4.65 ERA, a 1.35 WHIP, 60 innings pitched. 62 strikeouts and 25 walks. On the other side, Tariq Skubal is 8-12 with a 4.30 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, and 136 innings pitched, 154 strikeouts and 54 walks. Now, Tariq Skubal, I think, is going to have plenty of potential here in the MLB in the years to come. He started off really bad this year, and he actually turned around his season, and he's not looked half bad. Overall, for me in this one, I don't have many plays on this baseball slate. I have 4, including our best bet. So I have 3 video plays in this one. And unfortunately, this game is this slate's going to start with the pass here. I'm going to be staying off this game. It would be a lean towards that Tampa Bay first 5 run line. You can get that at plus 113. I think there's some value on that one. Or that first 5 money line at minus 128. I think there's some value on that as well. But overall, I just didn't get to anything in this game.
I got you. We'll go ahead and move over to the chat real quick. Good tip on baseball line starting football. Yes. So NFL before MLB, but when it's college football, it's MLB first. Yes, it is. NFL is one of the biggest bet on sports, and we just want to get that. We'll start doing college football first if you want to. That's not a big deal. Most of the time, probably on Saturdays, we'll be doing more college football than baseball anyway. I know that yesterday we bet on one baseball game, and that was it. So not really too interested in baseball on Saturdays because there's like 50-something college football games to look at. So that's fine. But we'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah. Next, we have the Washington Nationals are at the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game. It's a minus 120 for the Nationals, plus 110 run back on the Pirates in this game. Total of 9 in this one. We're getting Patrick Corbin and Bryce Wilson, the pitching matchup here. Patrick Corbin, 7-14, a 6.14 ERA, a 1.46 WHIP, and 148 innings pitched. He does have 118 strikeouts and 48 walks. On the other side, Bryce Wilson, 2-6 with a 4.60 ERA, a 1.37 WHIP, and 62 2/3 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts and 16 walks. And looking at this one here, I'm going to take that little thing off the bottom here. I actually do have a play on this game. Thank you very much, Tim, because the Pittsburgh Pirates are getting ready to go for a potential sweep over the Washington Nationals in this series. So I have the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the first 5 innings at plus 105. You can get it at plus 110 now. I see a pitching advantage with Bryce Wilson over Patrick Corbin in this matchup. And I do like that the Pirates are at home here. Yes, I understand they're 52-90, so it's very difficult to back this team. But I mean, they're facing a 58-84 Washington Nationals team that is 25-45 on the road this season and is about to get swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. So yeah, I almost doubled up on the Pirates as well today to get this sweep, but I like the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the first 5 innings at plus 105.
Sounds good to me. I mean, I have 1-800-GAMBLER written on this one. I'm just not a big fan of it. These two teams don't care. I don't care. And I'll just move on to the next game because I don't have a play on it. There's football. I'm not going to be hesitant to just say I don't like this game and I'll move on. I'm not going to break down every single game if I don't like the game. So especially with football today and a couple of baseball plays, I don't need to go over every single game, especially if it's a game like that. So we'll go ahead and move on.
Fair enough. We will move on here to the next matchup here. Colorado Rockies are at the Philadelphia Phillies in this one. Phillies a slight minus 270 favorite, plus 240 on the run back here with the Rockies. Total of 9 in this game. We're getting Feltner and Nola, the pitching matchup. What are you looking at for this game?
This one's another pass game, and if anything, there's value on Colorado's money line. Just because they're a humongous dog today. Plus 235. Yes, I know they suck on the road. Yes, I know they're going up against NOLA. I don't care. If anything, it's probably it's a lean towards Colorado in this game. I just feel like there's a little bit of value there for Colorado, but not enough for me to want to go ahead and bet it. Passing on this game, you get Fulton there. Don't let his ERA fool you. I know it says a 20 ERA. He's pitched all of 2 innings.
He gave up 6 runs.
He gave up 6 runs on 5 hits in 2 innings, 2 2/3. So don't let that earned run average fool you guys. He's not that bad. He just had 1 bad start, and that's all he's pitched this year. So a pass on this game. Maybe you lean towards the over, but I'm not interested.
Fair enough. Yeah, looking at this game, this is going to be a simple pass for me here. Feltner is 0-1 with a 20.25 ERA, 2.63 WHIP. Only pitched 2 2/3 innings pitched, and it was in Coors Field, making your debut against a good Braves team. He had no strikeouts and 2 walks in that performance. On the other side, Aaron Nola, 7-8, a 4.57 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP, and 157 2/3 innings pitched, 192 strikeouts and 35 walks. Nola's been a little bit disappointing for me this season. I expected a little bit more out of him. And overall, yeah, I'm going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. I passed on this game. I don't see any value on either side.
No, I'm fully with you, Nick. Fully with you. Go ahead and move on.
Yeah. Next, we have the Toronto Blue Jays at the Baltimore Orioles in this game. Minus 230 now for the Blue Jays. It's a plus 208 run back here on the Orioles in this one. Total of 11 in this game now. Steven Matz and Lowther, the pitching matchup for this one here. Steven Matz, 11-7, 3.70 ERA, a 1.33 WHIP, and 129 innings pitched. He does have 122 strikeouts and 36 walks. On the other side, Lowther is 0-1 with a 6.91 ERA, a 1.53 WHIP. Only 14 1/3 innings pitched, though, 13 strikeouts and 6 walks. And looking at this matchup here, this is another plain, simple, and to the point I passed. It'd be a lean towards the Blue Jays team. They've been on fire lately. They did lose the first game of the series, but they did sweep the doubleheader yesterday, scoring 22 runs, 11 in each game. So this offense is definitely awake in those 7-inning games. They've won 9 of their last 10 games, and I believe they've won like 11 of their last 12. So, I'm going to be I would be a lean towards the Blue Jays in this one. And I know that team total is a 6.5. It'd be a lean towards that one as well, over at minus 110 at 6.5. I think they absolutely should score more runs today. Get this, the Blue Jays are now in a playoff spot. They are now, I believe, tied with the Yankees for that wild card spot, the second wild card spot. So this is going to be an interesting stretch run down the end when you have Boston, New York, Toronto, Seattle, and Oakland all within 2 games of each other. So I'm going to be passing on this game, but a lean towards a team that's still pushing towards the playoffs in the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, no, I'm on that as well. I'm just typing out something real quick. Sorry, I'll finish in a minute. I would be on Toronto in this game, except for it's just a freaking wide ass line. Steven Matz should be able to get the job done today. Lean towards the over, but I'm not betting it over 11. There's better spots on the slate. Toronto, yes, in a playoff spot now. Barely. But yeah, they are. It's a solid spot here, and well, no, it's not a solid spot here. I don't like this game. I passed on it. Toronto, lean Toronto. It would have to be a run line on Toronto, but what is the run line? I didn't even bring up my baseball lines yet. It's Toronto run line 142. Yeah, no thank you on this game. I think it's a pass. You don't have to worry about this one.
Yeah, we'll move on from one hot team to the next. We have the Milwaukee Brewers here at the Cleveland Indians in this one. Around a minus 115 for the Brewers. It's a plus 105 for the Indians in this one. A total of 9.5 in this game. Eric Lauer, Aaron Savali, the paired pitching matchup for this one. Eric Lauer, 5-5 with a 3.18 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, 96 1/3 innings pitched. He does have 91 strikeouts and 33 walks. On the other side, Aaron Savali, 10-3 with a 3.25 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP. in 102 and a third innings pitched, 82 strikeouts, and 24 walks. And this is a plain and simple one for me. I did bet this game, and I do like Milwaukee in this spot. I do think Lauer is actually a slightly better pitcher than Savali. It's just that Lauer hadn't gotten the run support that Savali has gotten this year when he does start. And we're getting a Brewers team that's going for a sweep over the Indians. The Indians have now dropped to 2 games under 500, and they're a team that's not going to be thinking about the playoffs at all. The Brewers have won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 4 in a row. They're an elite team in elite form now, and I do like the Brewers to take care of business here in the first 5 innings at -1. I got it at -113, I want to say. -113. Brewers first 5 here for me.
Any reason why this line's so close? Eric Lauer against Savali. Okay, that makes sense.
I think Savali is a decent name that they're gonna.
Yeah. No, it's Milwaukee or nothing. I just didn't bet it. I feel like this is a little bit of a fishy line. I know because a lot of people. I'm surprised this line isn't as inflated. It should be very inflated considering Milwaukee's a really good road team. They just no-hit Cleveland last night, which is a big reason why I think Cleveland's getting a little bit more money because a lot of people go like, oh, they can bounce back after. I don't care about a bounce back. It'd be a lean towards Milwaukee in this one. I just didn't get around to betting it. It seems like a very fishy line in this one. So passing on this game as well.
Fair enough. We'll keep it. Brew Crew offense is dangerous. And they're going to be a dangerous team come playoff time. I think that the Brewers could be representing the National League.
Yes.
Just the line says it all. Wouldn't the Brewers be -245? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. They're on the road, number one. I know they're a good road team, but Cleveland's very good at home, 36-25. And Aaron Savali has that 10-3 record next to him, which the public bettors are going to like. So I understand why. Public bettors are more likely to bet a 10-3 pitcher than a 5-5 pitcher. Plain and simple math there. But looking at this next game here, we do have the Atlanta Braves hosting the Miami Marlins here. We're getting Cabrera and Fried, the pitching matchup, around -285 for the Braves, +250 for the Marlins. Total of 8.5 in this game. Are you getting involved in this one?
No, I'm not. It's another one of those same cases as that Baltimore Toronto game. Line's way too wide. It's -290 on according to covers for the Braves. That's just way too wide of a line for me to want to be interested in it. Run line's the -130s. That's not a spot I want to get to. It's just not appealing. I know Cabrera's a big prospect guy, and we might be able to take out the shiny toy. If anything, it's a lean towards the under. I think that both pitchers can have a decent game, and you get an under game. Both teams trending there a little bit, 4-5-1 for the two teams in the last 10. But once again, this is just not a spot I'm necessarily interested in. I think there's better spots on the slate.
Yeah, personally, I didn't bet any of these teams, but I think if you went and you put a bet on Colorado, Miami, and the Angels today, you will come out profitable. One of those teams are going to win today. It's just a Sunday where Sundays support dogs more. It's dogs and unders, really. But looking at this game here, we do have Cabrera, who is 0-1 with a 7.11 ERA, a 1.50 whip, and 12 2/3 innings pitched. He has 5 strikeouts and 7 walks. On the other side, Max Fried is 11-7 with a 3.41 ERA, a 1.20 whip, and 136 2/3 innings pitched, 136 strikeouts and 39 walks. And I once again make this short, sweet, and to the point. This is an easy pass for me here. Line's way too wide. I'm not trying to back a dog of this stature when you're 22-48 on the road. So yeah, this is a plain and simple, easy pass for me here in this game. And I don't really even like the total either. I think the total is priced correctly as well.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I will say I have a play on this next game.
Yeah. All right. Next one here will be the Chicago White Sox hosting the Boston Red Sox in this game. We have Nick Pivetta, Lance Lynn, the pitching matchup here. -150 for the White Sox, +140 for the Red Sox. Total of 9 in this game. What are you looking at for this one?
I went Red Sox in this one. I know it's a little bit of a different approach. But I feel like the Red Sox can tag them up. They've been playing a little bit better as of late. They've won 2 out of their last 3 now. They did lose a close one to Chicago 2 nights ago. They beat Chicago last night. I think it's a solid spot for Boston. They're trying to get right back into that playoff race. Well, they're currently they got that first wild card spot by a game over the Yankees and the Blue Jays, and they're going to want to hold on to that. So I think they win tonight, take the series against the White Sox, and you get nice plus money for it. I got plus 143 for this game. I think it's a solid spot to go after Boston.
Yeah, looking at the spot, it should be a decent game. We do have Pivetta and Lynn, which are 2 pitchers I don't particularly mind. Pivetta is 9-7 this year, 4.67 ERA, a 1.34 WHIP, and 135 innings pitched, 151 strikeouts, and 62 walks. Lance Lynn, 10-4, 2.52 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 135 and 2/3 innings pitched, 152 strikeouts, and 42 walks. And plain and simply, when the Red Sox were having their dominant beginning of the season, Nick Pivetta was one of those pitchers that was keeping them in games and helping them win games, which I really liked. I was backing him earlier in the season. He has come back down to earth here. And I think this is a pretty simple dog or pass spot here for me as well. But I passed on this game. I'm not getting involved in this one here. I do think there's slight value here on the Red Sox in this spot, but I'm not getting involved in this one.
Fair enough. We'll go ahead and move on to this game.
Yes, we have the Kansas City Royals at the Minnesota Twins in this one, minus 165 for the Twins, plus 135 for the Royals. Total 8.5 in this game. And we're getting Bubic and Ober, the pitching matchup in this one here. And very simply put there, Tim, with that scroller there. 1-800-GAMBLER. Bubic, 4-6, a 5.07 ERA, a 1.52 WHIP, 104 and 2/3 innings pitched, 95 strikeouts, and 53 walks. On the other side, Bailey Ober, 2-2, a 4 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, and 78 and 2/3 innings pitched, 81 strikeouts, and 17 walks. And looking at this matchup here, yeah, this is a pretty simple, plain to the point. This is a pass game. There's no reason I want to get involved in this one. There's better games to bet here, and there's football to bet today. I don't need to be getting involved with the Twins and the Royals here in this spot. Nothing is reaching out to me here saying anything. Both these teams are 5-5 in their last 10 games, very mediocre. Both these teams have gone under in 6 of their last 10 games, so maybe a lean towards the under, but they've gone over in back-to-back games against each other. So this is a game where I guess if you want to back something in this game, dog or pass with the way these two teams are playing. But I'm absolutely not getting involved in this one.
Yeah, no, I put the 1-800-GAMBLER up for a reason. If anything, lean towards the Ober in this game, even though these two teams have not been hitting well lately. It's at an 8.5 now. 4 runs each against these two awful pitchers, maybe. But as Nick said, there's plenty of spots on today's slate, and we're going to especially be picky on Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays in general, because you're getting a good you're getting a football slate, and there's no reason to go after bad baseball games if there's a football slate. So I'm passing on this game. I do have 3 more plays. Well, you'll see 2 more plays on this slate. This is not one of them that way.
All right. We'll keep it moving. Screw baseball today, betting on it and betting on it Twins. It's all about football. I mean, it is right now.
2 teams at the bottom of a bad division. Exactly. That's why you don't need to bet it.
Yep. Next game here. LA Angels are at the Houston Astros in this one. You can get the Astros around minus 280 now. Good God. Plus 250. Run back here on the Angels in this one. And understandably so, it's Jose Barria and Lance McCullers Jr. For the pitching matchup here. Are you looking at getting involved on this one?
No.
Are you keeping 1-800-GAMBLER on this?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm not. Sorry.
I got it.
There we go. No, I'm not interested in this game. I don't find a need to get involved. It's Houston or nothing in this game. You're not really getting a crazy good pitching matchup. You get Barria and McCullers. No, this is not a game I'm interested in. Once again, it's very similar to the what do you call it? The two other games from earlier today, the Baltimore game and the Miami game. This line is way too wide, and if anything, probably a little bit of value on the Angels, but not enough for me to want to go and bet it. No, I'm passing on this game.
All right, simple stuff there. Keep it moving here.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, we'll keep it moving here. We have next the Cincinnati Reds are at the St. Louis Cardinals. Actually, in this one.
Well, yes, we have 3 plays. I'll give you our favorite one, which is going to be Indiana plus as many points as you can get. There you go.
All right.
Sorry.
He's complaining about baseball and asking for WNBA, though.
He's been making us money.
True. All right, we have the Reds are at the Cardinals in this game here. We're getting Sonny Gray and J.A. Happ in this pitching matchup here. And let's take a look at the line. -120 for the Reds, a +110 for the Cardinals in this one. Total of 9 this one. Anything spark your interest in this game?
Yep, I grabbed Cincinnati. It's mostly right now a fade of J.A. Happ. He has looked awful his last 2 starts, including the last time he started against Cincinnati, which was all of 11 days ago. He went 1 inning and got blown up for 7 earned runs on 8 hits. And then his last start, 4 earned runs and 7 hits in 5 innings. He pitched solid his first couple starts in St. Louis. Since then, he's starting to go downhill. Cincinnati still fighting for that wild card spot. And boy, is this second wild card interesting in the National League East, or National League in general, sorry. 5 teams fighting for that last spot within 4 games of each other. San Diego, Cincinnati currently tied. St. Louis 2 games back. Philly 2.5. Mets 4 games back. This is going to be a tight race down to the end, where I think any of those teams have a shot. So these are important games, and Cincinnati's going to need to win them. I think Cincinnati takes care of business today against St. Louis.
I like it. Looking at this game, Sonny Gray is 7-6, a 3.88 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, and 113 2/3 innings pitched, 135 strikeouts and 41 walks. J.A. Happ is 3-2 with a 4.72 ERA, a 1.34 WHIP, and 34 1/3 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts and 11 walks. And for me, I didn't get involved in this game, but if I would have to, it's a dogger pass spot here. You know how I feel about the Cardinals. I think that they are a team that has potentially to squeak into a wild card spot, and then you never know from them. They have struggled a little bit as of late. They just split a 4-game series against the Dodgers, and now they've split the first 2 games against the Reds here, winning yesterday. And of course, Nick Castellanos hits a home run in that game right after the first pitch for
we kind of called that.
We did. We clipped that on Game Time Decision on Picks and Parleys. We're like, our player prop for tomorrow, the 11th, is going to be a Nick Castellanos home run prop anytime because you'll be scrolling through Twitter. You'll be like, oh, Balby Valentine and Joe Torre threw first pitch. Nick Castellanos hit a home run. All right. But that's exactly what happened too, which was hilarious. So, for me, it's a dogger pass spot in this one here. I do like the Cardinals to potentially take 2 out of 3 from this Reds team. It's a very important game here at home for the Cardinals, and I think that they might be able to squeak this one out. But I'm passing on this game.
Okay. We'll go ahead and move on. We got 4 more baseball games. Cardinals all the way.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to click that. But next we have the game with my final play of the day in it. The San Francisco Giants are at the Chicago Cubs in this one here. -205 for the Giants, +190 for the Cubs. Total of 9 in this game. And we're getting Logan Webb and Justin Steele. Thinking movies now. Justin Steele. Close enough. Logan Webb, 9-3 this year. 2.64 ERA, 1.10 WHIP. He has 119 1/3 innings pitched, 127 strikeouts and 30 walks. On the other side, Steele is 3-2 with a 3.75 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, and 36 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts and 18 walks. I think this is a great little spot here for the Giants. I think they have the pitching advantage. They're a very good road team here. They're 47-27 on the road. I want to check the stats real quick. They are the second best team on the road, other than the Milwaukee Brewers. So they are a team that is good at winning away from Oracle. And they've won 8 of their last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row. They're going for a sweep over the Cubs here. I think they get the job done here. I'm laying a little bit of juice here, but first 5 run line -145. I think the Giants should absolutely take advantage over this Cubs team, which they've been able to dominate the first couple games.
No, I'm all over it. I would be honest. I'm just not laying that big of chalk right now. Yes, the Giants should win. Yes, they should win by a lot. But looking at it's a -205 for them, -135 on the run line. Just nothing I can get interested in. Just because it's just it's not a good spot. Not a good spot for me. Too much juice, and I don't want to. I don't like laying more than -115 on run lines, and that's the absolute bare minimum. And 135 is just too much, especially on the road. Definitely towards San Fran. They should be able to get the job done today, but not enough for me to want to go ahead and bet it.
Fair enough. We have 3 more baseball games to go over, and then we'll be done with the slate. We have the Texas Rangers are at the Oakland Athletics in this game, a -180 for Oakland, a +166 for the Rangers in this spot. Total of 8 in this game. Are you looking at getting involved in this one?
This will be the last game that I pass on because I will have a play from the San Diego LA game, and our best bet is in that Arizona Seattle game. So this is the last game that I don't have anything in. I'm not interested in it. I passed on it. Capillarian versus Taylor Horn. Maybe a lean towards that over in this game. Both teams trending a little bit towards it, but Oakland -181, +100 for a run line. I don't mind that, but not interested in going after this game.
All right. Yeah, looking at this game here for me, Hearn is 5-4 with a 3.95 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, and 84 1/3 innings pitched, 81 strikeouts, and 34 walks. On the other side, Capillarian 7-4, 3.81 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, and 101 2/3 innings pitched, 103 strikeouts, and 39 walks. And looking at this matchup, this is a plain, simple, easy pass for me here. I'd be leaning towards the Athletics here on the first 5 run line. But other than that, I'm not getting involved in this game. I have seen no need to. And I have one more play in this slate, and it's on our best bet. So that should tell you what I have on the next game as well. But we'll move on to our next game, which we'll click on this one first. This is our best bet over on picksandparleys.net. If you guys want to check that out, link to that is in the description of the video down below. Now, we'll move on to the final game of the night here. The San Diego Padres are at the LA Dodgers in this one, where we have Blake Snell and Max Scherzer, the pitching matchup here. -165 for the Dodgers, +152 for the Padres. Total of 7.5 in this game. Are you looking at getting involved in this one?
Yes, this will be where I have my final play. I'm going after Max Scherzer and the Dodgers. I took him on the run line. It was a +120. Max Scherzer, since coming to the Dodgers, has been fantastic. Let's get up all the stats. All right. Since coming to the Dodgers, he's started in 7 games. He is 5-0 with a 1.05 ERA and 43 innings pitched, only allowing 5 earned runs and 28 hits and 63 strikeouts. Since coming to LA, he has been nothing short of dominant. I think he's really putting in himself right in that Cy Young picture. There's no Cy Young odds right now. Of course not. But he's got to be up there now. He's got to be up there. 13-4, the 2.28 ERA. The only player I could see putting up a fight with him is his own. Oh, I'll say this should be a 3-team race. Walker Buehler is 14-3 with a 2.32 ERA. Max Scherzer 13-4 with a 2.28 ERA. Corbin Burns is 10-4 with a 2.25. All 3 of them have a good shot, and then after that, Woodruff, Gausman. I'm not really too big of fans of those picks anymore. Scherzer's got to be the front runner for the Cy Young at this point. I'm grabbing Dodgers run line today. I think it's a solid spot.
Yeah, looking at this Dodgers team is I feel like 3 of their pitchers should be considered for Cy Young awards. Max Scherzer, Walker Buehler, and Julio Urias. I think that all 3 of them should be considered for a Cy Young award, along with someone that we've all been completely sleeping on, who still has no freaking odds for the Cy Young, Adam Wainwright. He's another guy that we should have been looking at for the Cy Young Award, but I'll regress on that one there. Looking at this matchup here, I almost pulled the trigger, and if you guys are subscribed, I might put a community post out later. Depends on how the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers do. If I can get a win from one of them, I'll probably put this play up. I'm looking at the Dodgers hardcore on this one here. They're going for the sweep over the Padres, who struggle on the road. They're 30-36 on the road this year compared to 48-23 at home for the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers are going for the sweep in this game. They have the pitching advantage. They have home field advantage. If I can get something good from one of my other plays, because I'm trying to limit my action here for baseball. But if I'm free rolling for baseball here at the end of the first fives with the Pirates and the Brewers, then I will probably put a post on the community post for the ESB channel or my Twitter page at Nicholas_Earle saying that I'm taking the Dodgers in the first 5 run line at -120. I think they should absolutely be able to run away with this game here and complete the sweep over the Padres.
No, I'm all over that one. I love that play. But that's wow, that was a big slate. That we with NFL and with MLB. This is our longest show by far, an hour and a half long, and we finally have gotten through everything. But before we jump into a recap, because I know some of these games we talked about over an hour ago, so we'll go ahead and do a recap and then head on out for today. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. We're going to be coming out with content every single day. No days off at all. NFL coming up is starting today. College football every weekend. Baseball every day until the World Series. NBA starts late next month. NHL starts late next month. College basketball starts late next month. There's a lot of stuff to do today, and I'm excited to really get into it even more. And then check out all the links in the description between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, and Premium Plays, all down below. And check out the Picks and Parleys family of all the whole entire streaming schedule. Craig did his show last night. Me and Nick now 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm with Lenny. Then we get Higgs starting in about 12 minutes. We'll also have Allie Burns with Morning Wood at 1:30. No game time decision today. We'll be back tomorrow for that. And then that should pretty much be wrapping up for the day. Of course, look for the free pick videos from us later on tonight into tomorrow morning. But that should be everything for the housekeeping. We'll go ahead and do the recap, and then we'll head on out for today. For me, I like Buffalo for the NFL. Buffalo -6.5. Arizona plus points. The over in that Washington Charger game. Indianapolis Colts plus the points. San Francisco minus the points. New England minus the points. New Orleans plus the points. The over in that Chicago LA game for Sunday Night Football. MLB, we got Boston, the Dodgers run line, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay over, and then our best bets. I'm not going to say that one, but that is all the plays that I have for today.
Yeah, and for me, I'll start it off with the baseball. I have Pittsburgh Pirates first 5. I have Milwaukee first 5, and then I have the San Francisco Giants first 5 run line. For NFL, Pittsburgh team total over 21. Pittsburgh plus 6.5. Pittsburgh plus 230. That's a half unit play. Then I have the over in the Chargers and Washington football team game. I have the team total under for the Detroit Lions. I have the New England Patriots minus 2.5. It's now 3.5. If you can get a 3, get it at that. New Orleans, I got it at plus 4.5 and plus 180 for a half unit play at the plus 180. And I have the LA Rams and the Chicago Bears going over 46.5 for today.
Sounds good. I'm just checking to see if Higgs is live yet. He is not yet. But yeah, that should wrap it up for today. Week 1 of the NFL starts in like a little bit over an hour. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm excited for it. Hope you guys are too. But that should wrap it up for our stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it out for today.
Oh, yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified whenever we come out, whenever we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. for Eastern time, for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about do it. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here, as always, by my brother Tim. And this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, and good luck on week number 1.
Let's get it.